Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is the bald guy from YouTube. So this audio is going to sound scuffed and the video quality itself might also be scuffed because I don't really have anywhere set up specifically to do unboxing. But I ended up getting this bad boy, this Evangelion figure in Japan. There's kind of a little bit of a story behind it before we end up opening it, and also another story of why I'm opening it, which I'll get into that. So essentially, I saw this thing in Japan and it was freaking cool. But unfortunately, where we were, I couldn't actually find a copy of this. So what we had to do was basically track it down, and we went to so many different stores and ultimately couldn't find it. But what we ended up doing was we stayed in Tokyo for a week, and then we stayed at my wife's family home for the following week after that. And so what we did was we ended up ordering this to her family home, and thankfully it arrived just as we were leaving. So I ended up getting my hands on it, and I've been sitting with it ever since. Because, well, let me show you. I've got all these other figures. Lots of these are from my childhood, and something kind of happens when you become an adult, especially if you play with toys in such a weird way that I did when I was younger. Basically, I would open a box of a toy, play with it like a couple times, but I would always wrap it back up in the box. I don't know why, it's just how I am. And suffice to say that a lot of these toys from my childhood actually have a lot of value. Like, I could sell them and make a considerable amount. Like the Megazord is like $300 or $500 or something like that. Anyways, point is, I ended up having that theory going into this. So we ended up getting home, and I was just like, no, I'm not gonna unbox it because maybe it'll be valuable one day. And then I ended up essentially realizing, why? Why am I holding off on this? I spent my hard-earned money on this to enjoy it, not to invest in it. So I'm kind of gonna try and have that philosophy a lot more moving forward. I know that this might seem like a strange concept to most people, but it's something that I personally have had that has probably impacted my life in a lot more negative ways than I expect. Like, I don't really notice it, but I'm just a weird particular type of person like that. So I just wanted to give that little story, and then, you know, before we end up opening this bad boy, and then finding a place to put it in my room, because unfortunately, all of these shelves are full. I don't know if I can end up getting a good angle, but I'll see what I can end up doing for you guys. Okay, so, excuse my shorts. We've got the big old platform. So this is going to be what ends up holding the figurine. And the thing that I think is really cool is it's kind of reflective. I'm sorry about the light. But it has the like the gas cord that the Evangelion ends up using. Also, if you're wondering why Evangelion, I mean, I don't know. I'm not even that big of a fan of the show. It's just because, like, look at this thing. It's my colors. And it's just so freaking badass that I just kind of had to get it. Damn, dude. That's freaking cool. Holy crap. So he's got a lot of like moving parts and detail. Like his entire like ab area seems to work and move. He's got double jointed knees. I've seen figures like this before, but yeah, this is really freaking cool. I'm trying to kind of see what parts can end up doing various things. He's got like a little bit of plastic around his neck, a little bib. So if I take that off, I think, yeah, there we go. Now he can end up roaring. That's pretty cool. So the other aspect, oh man, he's got a lot of details in there. I hope the camera picks it up. Like, he's got an independent jaw and teeth. Like there's a lot to this guy. That's really cool. Okay, I'm looking forward to posing him. I don't think I'm gonna do that on camera though. But I wanna show you guys all the extra parts. So with figurines, be quiet! With figurines like this, you get all these different hands. So you're not like individually posing each of the hand joints. It's just that the hands are kind of static. So like we got, you know, this one where he's got it like open palm. And then there will be like one for holding his various weaponry and stuff. So we've got his little knife. We got his gun, which oddly looks really cheap. But I think that's just because like a real life version of this just looks cheap. Like it's not cheap quality by any means. And then we've got the little shoulder joint thing here. So this, I think, is this where the gas thing ends up going into? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. Either way, I'm gonna see if I can end up getting a cool pose out of him. I'm probably just gonna look at the box for reference, or just look up the figurine online. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So for the time being, I'm pretty satisfied with him. This is the only place that I can really record him at this angle. I kind of just made him like, I'm gonna cut you, see, kind of thing. I'm gonna probably try and put it here in the hopes that I can see it while I'm working. But yeah, absolutely amazing figure. Really happy with it. Actually, you know what I just thought of? I don't know if people have done this, but I think it'd be really freaking cool to go super over the top. Obviously, I can't afford to do it. But imagine having a figurine in front. Okay, he's bumping on everything. But yeah, just imagine him being in front of a desktop so that you could have like a moving LED background. That would be so cool. And would you look at that? Somehow I was able to record it all on this battery charge, even though I need to definitely charge the battery more. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And if you did, smash like. These videos don't happen very often, but every now and then they do. I do have some videos where I'm gonna focus on my setup, if I haven't already put that video out first. Hi, Buzz Buzz. I know. Oh, she really wants attention and food. Bye, guys. Bro, look at this. Look at this. Tiny little dude. I found him on the ground. I stepped on him. I'm not gonna put this by the figure. It's way too tiny. No one will even notice. Good God.